The song is about putting everything you've got into something, just like a full-on commitment, which is what we kind of feel the album is about. That's how we put ourselves into this record, and so it's really fitting. All in. Smash you in the face hole.
Nerve Damage is one of those tracks as a rock band that you strive to capture the tension and the energy in the studio. It's kind of the obvious John Bonham connotation where the drums are kind of holding down the fort and the guitars are flipping the beat in a weird way, where the snare drum ends up being the one of the bar. And then once the cycle flips, the beat comes back around. The arrogant kind of stabby eighth note guitars, it's one of those tracks you can kind of put in the car and crank it up loud and you can feel the tension in the room, you can feel the energy for the band. And yeah, that's Nerve Damage.
I co-wrote Had Enough with Chris Daughtry and Richard Marks. Basically, we just hit it off, you know, the three of us. It was really effortless. There was a chemistry that was really present in the room. Had Enough just felt like we really captured an energy and an electricity. The song just really came to life, you know, it was a lot of fun working with those guys. Halfway Gone was one of the last songs that was written and recorded for Smoke and Mirrors. We knew exactly what we wanted to get out of it. You know, we had our pop songs covered, we had our rock songs covered, but we wanted to fuse the two together and kind of make a hybrid of what we already had on the record. And that's when we had the idea to reach out to Kevin Rudolph. We were really big fans of his song Let It Rock. So we just thought that our four on the floor, more rock groove, and Kevin's pop sensibilities would just be a really good match. We got what we wanted out of that track. You know, it's just a very infectious, one-listen pop rock song. You know, once it gets stuck in your head, it definitely isn't going anywhere. I think that the thing that is the most interesting to me about It Is What It is the angle on the lyric. It's not a love song. It's not a hate song. It's about just letting a relationship be what it is without, you know, trying to manipulate the outcome. It seems like in pop music, when you have a breakup song or a love song, there's always an agenda attached to it, you know, from the singer. And I don't really feel like when I listen back to It Is What It is that there's an agenda there. It just seems like an exhale, like a letting go. And I thought that was an interesting lyrical concept. Allstate approached me about writing a song for their Teen Safe Driving campaign. I was a little skeptical, you know, I never had written a song directly for a commercial, so I wasn't sure if I was going to get that inspiration. I saw the clip, and I just thought that it was incredibly artful and really moving, really impactful. I kind of took the vantage point of what it must feel like to be a mother or a father and to lose a child in a car accident, and it just really moved me. And the song just kind of got channeled from a different place, and the whole song, start to finish, was completed in about 15 to 20 minutes.
Smoke and Mirrors is the title track. It's an ambiguous lyric, but it's about losing yourself in a relationship and, you know, but at the same time kind of finding out who you are. Jason has this Dylan-esque kind of vocal phrasing in the verses that really works and kind of takes him out of his element. We even A-B'd like a couple of different sounds on earlier Petty records. We didn't want to, like, you know, copy him, we just kind of captured that element, and it's really inspiring having a new song like that on the record.
The song Falling In, the layering that we went into on this track was far more intricate than you know, previous Lifehouse tracks, as far as the texturing with the guitars, the acoustic guitars, the keyboards, little counter melodies around the vocal line and stuff that if they weren't there, you'd miss them. And if you really don't pay attention, they kind of go by you. We got to experiment a lot and layer some things up and come out with something I think's super special.
Wrecking Ball, it's unveiling two things, one of which is me singing lead for the first time on a record, and secondly, Lifehouse trying a new singer on a Lifehouse record. So it's kind of interesting, it's pretty cool, and Jason just wasn't cutting it, so I had to like get in there and show him how it's done, and you know, maybe the next record will be all me, who knows, Jason will sing backups, we'll see. But no, we had a lot of fun making the song, and at the end, like, everyone's clapping and chanting like, yeah, like, go Bryce, so it worked, and you know, it was a lot of fun to make that track. Here Tomorrow Gone Today is another product of us, kind of getting obsessed with the whole four on the floor groove, and the whole song, kind of has that driving beat to it. Jason played the bass on the song, and I played some like keyboard bass, and it just kind of meshed together to become this really interesting song. It has this sinister lyric to it that takes Jason outside of his element. It's something that we've never done before, but I think it works, and I think the fans are going to like it.
We invited one of our fans to come spend the day with us in the studio, a 16-year-old girl named Kelsey Harris. She was from Arkansas, and Kelsey was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer, and the doctors said that she had a couple months, if that, to live. I had the idea to record this song called By Your Side, which was one of our older songs, which we never fully captured the essence of the song. We tried on 2 separate occasions to record it, and I just thought that the lyric was uplifting and pertinent to her and her family's situation. 2 or 3 takes in, I look over to my right and I see Kelsey's siblings, her brother and sister, basically singing along to every word in the verse as well as the chorus, and they'd only heard the song maybe twice. I instantly got the chills on both of my arms, and I just felt like the song come to life, and I really felt like we were capturing it. It felt like the song was breathing and it had a new life to it. It was an incredibly emotional day for all of us, and Kelsey passed away 2 weeks after that. I just know that that song will always be special to me, I know that I'll never be able to perform it live without thinking about that day with Kelsey and her family.
In Your Skin was one of those tracks that wasn't premeditated. We kind of all were in the room live with the record light on, and we started a groove, and there was a melody that kind of came out, and the track literally was like a one-take pass of all of us playing together live. In Your Skin, I think live is going to be one of those tracks, because of the way we cut it, it's going to work out really well on stage.